Rahul and Arjun, two brothers from a broken family, come back to India for their grandfather. They both meet a friendly local, Tia. But Arjun is scared Rahul will take her away from him. Amarjit Kapoor offers food to his dog, Gaishu, before collapsing on the dining table. His son, Harsh, and daughter-in-law, Sunita, pay no heed to his condition. Amarjit eventually gets up and walks out when no one cares for his dramatics. Sunita feels Harsh should focus more on his dad, since his rehearsals for his passing are getting more intense. Harsh asks her to not keep the tea so close to his accounting papers. She feels they're of no use if they have no money. He shows her last month's electricity bill and thinks her television is consuming most of it. He's tired because he can never get a straight answer from her. They hear a thud and assume Amarjit is pretending again. In London, Rahul's agent reminds him that the due date for his book is in 2 months. He is still working on ideas and is preoccupied with the artist's retreat. She reminds him he needs to give something to the publishers till his current book is still doing well. He gets a call from home and seems worried. Rahul's younger brother Arjun is bartending in Los Angeles. He later sends an email with his book's draft to a publisher, Dan. Arjun finally picks up Rahul's call, who informs him that their grandfather suffered from a heart attack. He asks Arjun to take a flight from New Jersey around the same time. Rahul offers to pay for him, but Arjun wants to handle this himself. Rahul hugs him at the airport, and they head towards their house in Kunoor. While Rahul's room is exactly as he left it, Arjun finds his converted to a gym. When they meet their parents, Arjun rants about the airline losing his bags. Amarjit is being kept under observation, and Harsh asks them to visit him the next morning. Rahul shares his vision with Harsh about creating an artist retreat where people can work in peace. Sunita feels he's taking on a lot of extra work with the novel too. She has specially made an apple pie for Arjun. It's her sister's recipe, whose catering business is doing well. She wants Sunita to open a branch in Kunoor, and both her sons encourage her. Harsh isn't impressed, but Sunita reminds him how much money Timmy makes. Fair enough. Harsh scolds Arjun for being on his phone all the time and asks about his website job. They're shocked to learn he quit last month and is focusing on finishing his novel. While Sunita is proud, Harsh doesn't like that he quit a stable job. Arjun asks him to not interfere with his career, but Harsh feels he keeps quitting jobs every month. Arjun doesn't like the questioning, since he's offended by the condition of his room too. Sunita claims she shifted to Arjun's room after a doctor suggested a different mattress for her back. While Harsh leaves to spend the night in the hospital, Rahul gifts Sunita a beautiful pair of earrings. Rahul and Arjun know their parents are sleeping separately because Sunita doesn't have back issues. Amarjit is a difficult patient and keeps taunting the nurse about her weight. He thinks she's flirting with him because he was in the army. From her disgusted expression, that's surely a possibility. When his grandkids walk in, he pretends to shoot them like he did when they were kids. Arjun is making a payment when he runs into his old friend Wasim. He is in the hospital because of hemorrhoids. That sounds painful. He asks Arjun to come to Malik's bungalow that night for a party. Arjun is surprised to learn that Wasim's younger brother Boobli has become a bodybuilder. Sunita is busy micromanaging the plumber and asks Arjun to take Gaishu for a walk. Rahul thinks Amarjit should get treated in Bangalore, but everything is too expensive for Harsh. His advance has been delayed, and he wants to ask his younger brother, Shashi, for some money. Sunita doesn't like that Shashi takes care of all their expenses. Harsh has paid for Shashi's college, so he doesn't think it's a problem. But Sunita would rather break her fixed deposit. Rahul offers to lend them money, but Sunita wants him to focus on his investments. She realizes Harsh has already used her money to pay a loan. She had been saving that money for 3 years for her business. He feels it's his money since he gave it to her for household expenses. She accuses Harsh of giving that money to Anu since Sunita has heard she has a new car. Arjun doesn't understand why his family is fighting and offers money if it's about that. Rahul asks him to not get involved, but Arjun reminds him he's taking care of himself. Even the plumber is too scared to ask for his money. Arjun feels he's always the last to find out what's happening in the house. Rahul thinks it's because he acts like a child and doesn't think his blog can support him. Arjun doesn't like Rahul's attitude just because he sold some books. They get into a fight. But Arjun reminds Sunita that Rahul is a thief. What a pleasant family. Arjun decides to head to the party instead, but can't find Wasim. He watches Tia asking people to bet on her friend, Sahil. No one believes he can win at arm wrestling, but she convinces Arjun to invest some money. Tia finds Arjun again in the bathroom and wonders who he is. She is the owner of the mansion and jokes with him to make him feel better. Arjun is in no mood because of his fight with his brother. Tia explains that she moved to Mumbai when she was a kid. This could be why Arjun has never seen her around. She has come back to her grandfather's bungalow to rent it out. She is throwing one last party for her best friend, Bunku, and her fiancé. Arjun finally finds Wasim when he barges in to puke in the pot. Tia gets called to the party, and they all start dancing. They play spin the bottle, and it's finally Tia's turn to kiss Arjun. They get interrupted because Arjun is called to take Wasim home. It looks like he can't have a good day. Harsh has arranged for a property agent, Mr. Makija, to show Rahul some properties for his artist's retreat. Harsh has also decided to arrange for money with Shashi so they can treat Amarjit in Bangalore. Rahul wonders why Sunita stayed with Timmy for 2 months. Harsh explains that Timmy started her catering business after her divorce, and Sunita is now eager too. He feels there's no point in Sunita working or comparing him to Timmy's wife-beater ex. Rahul points out that Sunita just wants Harsh's support. Harsh reminds him that no one was there when he needed support. He left his job at the bank for his business so he could help the family. He has accepted they have a financial crisis now, and there's nothing he can do. Rahul asks him to power through. Rahul is disappointed with the properties Makija showed him, so he promises to list out more for later. Rahul scolds Arjun for dragging Amarjit's wheelchair like a racing car. Amarjit thinks Rahul is too grumpy and wonders how he became like that. Rahul informs him about the Bangalore treatment, but Amarjit refuses to stay away from his family. It's his 90th birthday next week, and he wants a family photo he can frame in his room. Rahul feels bad for fighting with Arjun and gives him a lollipop as a peace offering. Surely it can't be that simple. Arjun warms up to Rahul, and they plan to throw a surprise party for Amarjit. They remember his secret porn stash while growing up. Rahul is impressed with Tia's place, but Bunku keeps attempting to make Tia flirt with him. Sahil invites Tia on their trip, but she wants them to enjoy their pre-honeymoon period. She wants to spend some time alone in Kunoor and work. Rahul thinks he can finalize the deal with Tia once he sends the pictures to his partners. He is expecting an old man with a pony to be the owner, so Tia pretends to be one. She lets it slip that she thinks he's hot but claims that's her sense of humor. Good save. Rahul shows Amarjit some pictures from Hawaii, and he remembers his dream of going to a nude beach. He asks if Rahul's iPad has porn, and feels his generation has it very easily. Amarjit had to sneak out to watch a Bollywood movie multiple times in the theater for just one scene. He used to love Mandakini coming out in a wet saree, and gets excited when Rahul shows him the scene. Arjun finds Tia shopping near Wasim's store, and surprises her. She is looking for sweet cigarettes from their childhood, but can't find them anywhere. He brings her to Wasim's studio to show her the cutout of Mandakini he got for Amarjit. She hears Wasim talking to Boobli on call and wants to go to his bodybuilding competition. They start decorating the house for the party, while Rahul tries to invite more people. Rahul feels like Sunita is picking up fights with Harsh and asks her the reason why. Sunita feels there's no difference between her and the help, because Harsh gifted her a mixer grinder for their anniversary. She claims she can't be fancy like Anu and open her own boutique. Just when Rahul asks her to act like a mature adult, he finds Arjun pretending he has boobs with balloons. It looks like he spoke too soon. Rahul invites Sunita to his place in London so she can see how he lives. She asks him to marry an Indian girl if he wants to do something for her. Rahul shows Nick the house and introduces him to Makija and Tia on a video call. Rahul is smitten by the place and thinks he would keep coming there if he owned it. Tia's helper, Kishore, wants to see a Nepalese film that day. Since he doesn't make dinner for her, she asks Rahul about good restaurants nearby. He takes her to a shady place she loves, and they tease each other about something being stuck in their teeth. Tia challenges Rahul to join her on the dance floor if she does one crazy thing. She heads over to a stranger's table and kisses his bald head. She justifies the move by swatting pretend mosquitoes, because that is more believable than a dare. Rahul agrees to dance with her, and they have a great time. Her house is dark when he drops her home, and they try to fix the fuse. They're both drunk and laugh about stupid things. He decides to lift her up so she can fix it. Surely this will work out well. Tia almost gets electrocuted, so Rahul tries to check on her. She kisses him, but they get interrupted by Kishore. He fixes the fuse, and Rahul finds an excuse to leave. Their next meeting could get pretty awkward. Sunita still suspects Harsh, but Rahul asks her to not be so paranoid. Tia flirts with Boobli as a joke, but he takes it seriously. Arjun ends up enjoying the bodybuilding competition more than he expected. When Boobli comes out and flexes his muscles, they all cheer for him. When Tia hears Arjun talking to his brother, it seems like things are sorted. Tia admits she's an only child and lost her parents when she was a teenager. She brings him to his place, where he admires Bunku's bra. She asks why he's always irritated with his brother. If only she knew who he is. Arjun explains that he started working on his novel 5 years ago. His brother's first novel had failed, and he was struggling with the second one. A year later, his brother's novel became a bestseller. When Arjun read it, it seemed very similar to his own draft with a different ending. He never confronted him, because Sunita always thought this could break their family. Arjun's suitcase arrives with the lock broken, and Rahul finds his manuscript inside. Does this make everyone nervous? Guests have started arriving for the party, while Amarjit takes a selfie with the nurses before getting discharged. Sunita tries to set Rahul up with Preet, who works with a tea company. Bubli gives Tia some balloons when she arrives and seems to have a crush on her. Tia finds Arjun while Rahul pretends to be an alcoholic to get away from Preet. When Rahul comes to Arjun to rant about Preet, Tia is surprised to find him there. This could not get more awkward. Arjun explains that Rahul is the brother he has been talking about. Arjun tries to get some drinks for them, while Tia apologizes to Rahul for kissing him. He admits he was drunk too, and assures her things are fine between them. Arjun gets jealous of them, and takes Amarjit's entrance as a chance to pull Tia away. Surely this will be a great party. Everyone surprises Amarjit with Mandakini's cutout. While Bubli tries to impress Tia with his moving chest, Arjun and Rahul dance with each other. It soon becomes a fun party where everyone snaps pictures and has fun. So far, so good. Arjun introduces Tia to Amarjit, who thinks she is hitting on him because she finds him cute. Amarjit invites her to Hawaii and starts playing cards. Tia hypes up his bad cards so much that everyone else gets scared and packs up, if it were that easy. Since he finally wins this round, he asks Tia to join him as his lucky charm. Rahul is worried because someone has invited Anu, and he confronts Harsh with Arjun. Harsh claims he had to invite Anu since the rest of his old colleagues were coming. Sunita is in a good mood and tries to make everyone taste her soup. They pretend everything is fine, till Arjun bumps into Anu on his way to the washroom. Arjun tries to take her outside, but she insists he needs to try her cookies. She remembers how much Arjun loved her cookies as a kid. He smiles, but the nervousness shows on his face. Anu is polite to Sunita, but she asks them to throw her out of the house. Harsh asks her to behave with the guest, but Sunita doesn't care. The card game turns ugly when Choksi realizes Tia is helping Amarjit cheat. Anu feels it was a mistake to come, but Harsh apologizes for Sunita's rudeness. Choksi starts a fight with Amarjit, so Tia asks Bubli to intervene. Sunita starts being rude to Harsh and thinks he wants to embarrass her. Harsh is about to break glass in anger, but Rahul stops him. Bubli picks Choki up, and everyone begs him to put him down. While Rahul takes Harsh outside, Sunita reeks of anger. Arjun tries to be supportive, but he asks her to wait while he quickly pees. Harsh tries to break up Amarjit's fight, but Sunita throws the cookies at Harsh in front of everyone. Harsh asks everyone to leave the party, while Rahul gets mad at Arjun for leaving Sunita alone. All this is because of Arjun's small bladder. Arjun wonders if Harsh and Anu actually had an affair, but Rahul doesn't think he's a cheater. Arjun admits he's struggling with his book and can't find a publisher. Everyone wants a happy ending, but his book is based more on reality. Rahul makes him understand people turn to stories to look for the happy ending missing in their lives. Arjun wishes he had finished college, so he would at least have a backup plan. Rahul doesn't think there's anything wrong with a part-time job, but Arjun doesn't know for how long he can struggle. Rahul offers to set him up with an agent and give him feedback on his draft. Arjun claims he didn't bring the manuscript along, but they both know he's lying. Rahul still suggests Arjun could take feedback from Sunita, who is quite good at it. Arjun asks what Rahul thinks of Tia, and he pretends to find her very hot. But he clarifies that he's happy in his relationship and feels Arjun should ask Tia out. Rahul claims his relationship with his girlfriend is great, but Arjun doesn't think anyone can be impressed with his bad driving. Arjun decides to teach him, but Rahul ends up wrecking the car. Harsh automatically scolds Arjun for it but doesn't say a word when Rahul admits he wrecked it. Amarjit calls everyone inside and insults the cake. Sunita explains she made it sugar-free because he has diabetes. Amarjit would rather succumb to a good cake than relive the birthday party. He seems to have a point. He asks if any of them want to apologize for the party. He sets an example by apologizing for a Choksi. When Amarjit looks at Harsh to ask who invited Anu, Rahul claims it was his idea. Amarjit forces them to pose for a picture and wants one with his whole family soon. Arjun takes Tia on a date to a graveyard and asks what she wants her tombstone to read. She wants it to reflect how much she loves Bubli. Arjun tries to replicate Bubli's chest moves and fails. At least he tried. Tia thinks the similarities between Rahul's novel and Arjun's stories could be a coincidence. Arjun wonders why she's defending him and urges her to share anything with him. Meanwhile, Rahul struggles to come up with ideas for his book. Arjun bends down on one knee and gifts Tia the sweet cigarettes she always wanted. Tia feels bad about the party, but Arjun thinks his family should be embarrassed. She's glad he at least has a family since she misses hers. She asks what his tombstone would say, and he wants people to remember his story. She is impressed and thinks he sounds like an amazing writer. Rahul is about to give up when he finds Arjun's manuscript and starts reading it. Surely, this will end well. Tia can feel a connection with Arjun, which he feels too. She asks him to stay in town a bit longer for her. As she heads home, she discusses with Bunku how she really likes Arjun and messes it up by kissing his brother. Rahul has slept with the manuscript and hears Harsh asking Arjun for the car keys. He sneaks into Arjun's room to keep the manuscript back. When Arjun comes out of the shower, he pretends he was looking for Sunita's phone. Shashi's family arrives from the cruise, and they're all happy to see each other. Amarjit asks them to prepare for the huge family photo the next day. Shashi's wife, Neetu, has found an album from Sunita's honeymoon. Shashi comes to the ladies in the kitchen and asks Sunita to teach Neetu how to cook. Neetu feels Sunita looked like an actress in the album. Harsh claims he and Shashi were popular with the girls, but Amarjit feels the girls all came for him. Everyone makes Rahul play the song Harsh sang during his wedding. Arjun makes Sunita dance with Harsh and exchange a rose. Rahul finally feels good to see Sunita happy after so long. Amarjit asks for Arjun's help with a face mask and makes him take out a joint. Harsh remembers the trip they took from the album, where the ski instructor kept holding Sunita's hand. Sunita threw his clothes out once, but he made up for it with his towel dance. Rahul hears a glass break and finds Arjun and Amarjit smoking a joint. Instead of scolding them, he joins them. That's a first. Harsh remembers the times when they were happier. He feels Sunita should start her catering business. Amarjit knows his late wife would have joined them for the joint too, since they were a wild couple in their time. Rahul claims he's wild too, and has a drunk tattoo to prove it. Harsh apologizes for letting so much time slip away, and feels they can try to be happy in their marriage again. Arjun teases Rahul for not being perfect, and wonders how he became the favorite son. Rahul knows he would rather take Arjun's place in a heartbeat. He wants to confess something, but Arjun has slept off. What bad timing. Sunita has warmed up to Harsh, and happily picks out his clothes for the next morning. He insists on visiting the mechanic right then to fix the car. Rahul brings Shashi along to check Tia's property too, but Arjun asks them to leave without him. Amarjit gets excited about the family portrait, while Sunita tries to check for the recipes Timmy sent on Rahul's laptop. Arjun realizes it's Tia's birthday when someone calls her. He wonders why she's not excited about it. As Sunita waits for the recipes to load, she finds a chat with pictures from Rahul's boyfriend. Rahul makes Shashi stop the car midway and claims he'll come alone later. He finds Harsh's car parked outside Anu's house. This can't be good. He calls Harsh, but he pretends he's at the garage. Anu confirms if Harsh has made up his mind, and he insists he's trying to make things better. On Tia's 13th birthday, her parents were returning from Canada after her uncle's surgery. She was mad at them for missing her birthday, so she asked them to not bother coming back. The plane they boarded crashed, and she got to know about it 2 days later. That phone call still haunts her because she feels she could have told them she loved them. Rahul barges into Anu's house and finds Harsh in her room. Tia excuses herself for a bit and comes back to confess something to Arjun. Amarjit is playing with the kids when Rahul comes back. He looks disturbed, but Amarjit insists he should call everyone out for the photo. Sunita comes to give Rahul his laptop back, but he feels she wants to discuss Anu. She asks about the photos on his laptop. She knows he's gay and is unwilling to accept it. She feels disgusted by him and asks why he lied to the whole family. Rahul gets frustrated with her judgment and asks her to save her own marriage first. He informs her that Harsh is not at the garage like he claims. When Harsh comes back, Rahul feels disappointed because he vouched for him. Sunita is going to confront Harsh, but everyone keeps calling them out for the photo. Enough with the photo already. They all take their positions to please Amarjit, but the tension could be cut with a knife. When Arjun comes back, he also maintains a distance from Rahul. They all put on their fake smiles, and Wasim forces Harsh to put his hand on Sunita. He realizes the battery needs to be changed, and they all lose patience. Sunita asks if Harsh is with Anu, while Arjun is Rahul. They're about to take the photo again, but Sunita is tired of pretending their family is happy. Harsh admits he was with Anu, but explains that he went there to break it off. He admits the affair has been going on for a year, but it's over now. Arjun is mad at Rahul for kissing Tia, but Rahul doesn't have patience for Arjun's love life. Arjun pushes Rahul, while Harsh also leaves after Sunita taunts him. Rahul still pretends everything is fine, and he's handling it. Rahul tries to pacify Sunita, but she doesn't want to face him. She wants to break all connections with him. Rahul refuses to apologize for who he is and is tired of acting like he's perfect. He admits he loves another man and has always been like this. He asks for Sunita's forgiveness because he feels everything, including his career, is because of her. Arjun finds Rahul's pen in his manuscript and starts banging on their door. Sunita tries to explain something to Rahul about the story she gave him. Arjun barges in and starts beating Rahul up. Sunita finally admits that she was the one who gave Arjun's story to Rahul 5 years ago. Sunita admits Rahul was struggling, and she wanted to give him the story because Arjun was never serious about his career. He kept jumping from one thing to another because he wanted to prove himself to the family. Arjun feels the main issue is that she made him feel he's not good enough all his life. Amid all this chaos, Sunita calls Harsh when he's driving. He gets distracted and picks up her call, but gets hit by a truck. All their worlds get uprooted when Harold perishes, and Sunita can't contain her grief. Arjun ignores Tia at the funeral, but they all cry alone. 4 weeks later, Shashi's family leaves. Arjun is also about to head back to New Jersey the next day. Rahul begs him to stay back longer because Sunita needs him. Arjun can't believe Rahul could have done something to make Sunita that angry. Rahul admits he has been lying about his sexuality to everyone his whole life. He knows no one in that house will ever accept him. Arjun tears up, but still refuses to stay back. 4 months later, Arjun's latest draft is accepted, and he's about to publish his first novel with a happy ending. Rahul celebrates his birthday with Nick and his friends, but there's no word from his family. Sunita also joins Timmy's catering to keep herself occupied. Amarjeet sends a video to the boys and explains how difficult it is to live without his son. He knows Sunita acts strong, but he hears her crying all night. He asks them to come back and meet him once before it's too late. When Rahul and Arjun get back home, Amarjeet asks them to bring the whole family to him the next day. Arjun finds his room better decorated this time. Sunita comes to drop off some things for Rahul and asks about his friend. He knows she hasn't accepted him entirely, but is glad she's making an effort. They patch things up and hug. Tia also comes for Arjun and understands his pain. He is tired of running away from his family, so she asks him to come back and kisses him. They all join Amarjeet for a family photo and are finally happy this time with a cutout of Harsh in their midst.